If you're a small business owner, then you already know the grind, right? You're the CEO, the marketer, the accountant. You wear every single hat. And that to-do list, it just never, ever ends. But what if there was a way to get the tedious stuff off your plate so you could actually focus on the parts of your business you love? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to do. This is your practical guide to using AI to finally work smarter, not harder.
Does this first column feel a little too real? The manual reports that take forever, the 60-hour weeks that somehow still leave you feeling behind, constantly chasing down invoices. That is the old way. But the new way, the one powered by AI, it looks a whole lot different. We're talking about automated reports that just show up, a team that feels like they have superpowers, and the breathing room to focus on what really matters, real, actual growth.
And look, this isn't some science fiction fantasy. Just take a look at Sarah Chen. She owns a digital marketing agency and was completely drowning in those 60-hour work weeks. But by bringing in a few AI tools, she totally changed the game. And I think her quote here just nails it. I didn't replace my team with AI. I gave my team superpowers. It's not about replacing people. It's about making them even better at what they do. So you might be sitting there thinking, okay, I've heard the term AI for years. What's actually different now? And you know what? That is a totally fair question. The answer is, well, pretty much everything. We have hit a massive tipping point and the game has fundamentally changed. It's really a perfect storm created by three huge things happening all at once. First, the cost just fell through the floor. What used to cost a fortune is now as affordable as a couple of monthly subscriptions. Second, the AI itself got so much smarter. It's less like a clunky machine and more like a brilliant assistant who's always on. And third, and this is the tough one, your competitors? Yeah, they've already started using it. And the cost of just waiting around is very, very real. A recent McKinsey report showed that small businesses using AI are growing their revenue 1.7 times faster than businesses that aren't. That is a huge advantage, and that gap is only getting wider. The data is crystal clear. Sitting this one out is no longer an option.
Okay, enough with the charts and statistics. Let's talk about real people, real businesses, and the kind of real results they're seeing right now. Because these are the stories that really matter. The ones that go from, I'm not so sure about this AI thing, to, wow, how did I ever live without this?
So, let's start with James Okafor. James runs a wonderful 7-person bakery in Vancouver called Maple and Grain. And, like so many of you, he was just buried, trying to juggle custom cake orders, answering customer questions online, keeping up with social media, all on top of managing his staff. He was totally maxed out.
So James tried a couple of simple AI tools, a chatbot to handle the basic order questions, and an AI writer to help him come up with Instagram posts. And the result? Get this, in just 6 months, his revenue grew by an incredible 40%. The AI handled the routine stuff, which freed up his team to do what they do best, bake amazing things and give customers a great experience in the shop.
But honestly, this next number might be even more important. James started working 10 fewer hours every single week. He got his time back. He could finally step out of the weeds and think about the big picture for his business. I mean, that is absolutely life-changing.
And I think James put it perfectly himself. He said, if you're not using AI, you're voluntarily working harder than you need to. Hearing that from another small business owner who's been in the trenches, it just lands differently, doesn't it?
All right, let's look at a completely different kind of business. This is Derek Walsh. He's an independent HR consultant in Chicago. As a one-man show, his income was totally capped by the hours in the day. He could either be doing client work or he could be doing paperwork. He couldn't do both at once.
So Derek started using AI to automate all that administrative stuff, writing proposals, summarizing his meetings, sending follow-up emails. You know, all the stuff that used to just eat up his week. The result? He tripled his client capacity. He went from handling 8 clients to 24, all without burning out. The AI wasn't the consultant, it just cleared the runway so he could do more consulting.
Okay, so hopefully you're feeling a little inspired by now. But inspiration without a plan, well, that's just a nice idea. So let's get practical. Let's turn that inspiration into action with a simple, totally manageable plan to get you started. This is your roadmap.
Listen, the biggest mistake you can make is trying to do everything all at once. So don't. Step 1, just figure out what your biggest time wasters are. Step 2, pick just one of those problems and find one tool to help. Then, just run a little 30-day test. If it works, great, train your team. And only then do you move on to the next problem. It's all about taking it one step at a time.
If even that sounds a little overwhelming, I get it. So here is the absolute simplest first step you can take. Sometime this week, just open up ChatGPT and ask it to draft 5 common customer emails for you. That's it. It's a 20-minute task that will immediately show you how powerful these tools are. It's the perfect way to just get your feet wet with zero risk.
All right, now it's time for an honest reality check. Because AI is an amazing tool, but it is not a magic wand. And it's really important to go into this with your eyes wide open, to know about the challenges and what you really need to watch out for.
So the pros are pretty obvious, right? Huge time savings, the ability to offer round-the-clock support, making better decisions based on data. It's all great. But the cons are just as real. Yeah, there's a learning curve, and the AI can and will make mistakes. That's why you always need a human to double-check its work. And of course, the big one, data privacy. You have to take that seriously.
So here's the bottom line. When you're picking an AI tool, don't just look at the cool features. You have to look for security certifications, things like SOC 2, and you need to make sure they comply with big privacy laws like GDPR and CCPA. This is not optional. It's absolutely essential to protect your business and, more importantly, to protect your customers' trust.
As we start to wrap things up here, I just want to leave you with one final thought. Because getting started with all of this, it's not really about becoming a tech whiz. It's about something much, much more fundamental than that.
You know, the business owners who are really going to thrive in this new world, they won't necessarily be the ones who know the most about technology. They're going to be the ones who are the most adaptable, the ones who are willing to experiment, to be curious, and to just try new ways of working.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about today. Forget about all the tech for just a second. Just ask yourself, what is the one single task in my business that, if I could just wave a magic wand and make it disappear, would give me the most time and energy back? Start right there. Your AI journey begins with that simple answer.